Hello Aries, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your Love and Life reading focused on the first half of May from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. If you are interested in your own reading, that information is down below in the description box. I will include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today, and cross-watchers always welcome. So Aries, let's dive right into this. These are the 3 decks that we're going to be using. The first is the Stay Inspired Oracle Cards deck by Sister Moon Tarot. These 2 are my self-created ones, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck, as well as the Heart Songs of the 90s deck. All right, Aries, so let's get started and see how this is going to unfold for you for the first half of May. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What is your first focus card? I'm guided to this one. Listen. The message here says the universe is speaking to you in subtle ways. Speak less and listen more. So maybe there are particular signs that are being presented to you that you might be missing, Aries, whether it's got anything to do with your love life or something to do with just life in general. So definitely pay attention to that and try to listen a little bit more to perhaps what your gut is telling you, your intuition, your spirit team, your angel guides, and the signs that you see. Okay, so let's add to this from the Heart and Soul deck. Let's go ahead and see. What's your second focus message? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. Okay. Guided to this card. We have moving on. I've had so much to think about lately. Where I've been, where I am, and where I want to be. I know the road I've traveled. It hasn't been easy, but it hasn't broken me. I never thought I'd be traveling this road without you. It was always you and I. If our paths are meant to cross again, we will. For now, I have to move on. So if you are struggling to move on, Aries, perhaps this is the universe trying to give you a sign that it's time. And isn't it interesting, the energies from and the images from both cards? You know, they're looking out the window, just thinking, contemplating. Interesting. So let's go ahead and grab a song. All right, here we go. A song for the collective. Musical messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What is your third message? I'm guided to this one. Look at this, guys. Missing You by Steve Perry. You were there, now I'm here. You gave much more than I did. I gave what I had to give. If I could, you know I would. I'd make it up to you. Instead, I'm missing you in the place you used to be. You were lying next to me. Oh, I'm missing you. So this could be an indication for some of you guys tuning in that you've already done this. Some of you haven't. I feel some are struggling to move on with some aspect of your life or love life. And there are those of you who have already done this. That's why they're missing you. They're thinking about you. You're no longer where you used to be. Okay? So, a couple of scenarios popping up there. So let's add to this. I'm going to pull messages from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. All right, Aries, so let's see what else you need to know for the first half of May. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What else do we need to know here? You're working on restoring your self-worth, your self-confidence. Maybe right now, through the decision to move on, you're working on self-love as well, self-care. Focusing on you. And if you haven't started to do these things yet, that might have to do with this message where you got to listen to yourself, your gut, your instincts, and the guidance and signs that you are receiving at this time. Part of why you might have decided to move on from this person that's missing you could be because you perhaps lost your identity in the partnership. It affected your self-worth and how you saw yourself, how you valued yourself. Oh my God, you see? Pay attention to the signs. You gotta listen. The universe is speaking to you. Pay attention, Aries. Whoever is missing you and is not with you, they've got an eye on you. They're observing you still. It might be on social media. That's a possibility. Maybe they're stalking your social media pages to see what you're up to. If you have moved on, maybe to someone else. If you're missing them, if you're thinking about them. Because at one point in time, and from this message, you know, there was a point where you guys were going to build a life together. You were going to share a future together, but something did not pan out in that way. We've got abandoned here, okay? So maybe that's how this person is feeling, that because you either have already moved on or you're thinking about moving on, they feel abandoned, you know, as if they've been left out in the cold. So they have no choice really but to maybe just check you out on social media. And then we've got this dark night of the soul. They're in this energy for a reason. Could be the masculine who's in this dark night of the soul, or whoever represents the masculine energy here. We've got feminine energies represented in these two cards. So it could be the divine feminine who is choosing to detach and move on. But there's also certain signs that you're not paying attention to when it comes to your love life as well as just life in general. I do feel this for some, that you're feeling stuck. Knowing what it is perhaps that you need to do, but you're not doing it. And maybe the universe is trying to help you along. It's like, here's a sign literally trying to grab your attention. This is the way to go, but maybe you're hesitant or you just haven't had enough clarity to be able to go in that direction. But eventually I feel you'll get out of this stuck energy. But this also applies to the person that you might have left behind, or the person that you moved on from. That they're feeling stuck in this dark night of the soul vibe in the meantime. They could be feeling really down and depressed at this time. I'm feeling this for the feminine, that you're refocusing your energies, going in a different direction. You're working on you. You're working on yourself right now, which is actually a really good thing. But there's someone out there who is missing you big time. So let's pull some messages from the Yin Yang Love Oracle deck by Angelic Revelation 144. What else, please, for Aries? Look at this. Eternal passion. Satisfied desire. Tenderness. Joy. Okay? So I feel when it came to the sexual chemistry between the two of you, that could have been very passionate and magnetic. You were satisfied in that way. But there could have also been something about the relationship that was missing, you know? Maybe what it was that you wanted was to just be happy in this connection, but something maybe fell short of offering that to you. What you're looking for is this very tender type of love. But I have a feeling here that they either didn't treat you this way when you guys were together, or that could have been what was lacking in the connection, which is why maybe you detached and you walked away and you're moving on and refocusing elsewhere. Part of your adventures too could be with a new love, because you are moving on, you are refocusing. and letting you know that you will find happiness again, either through a reconnection with somebody that you had to walk away from for whatever reason. Maybe you weren't ready to be in a committed partnership, or there was just something that might not have been going the way you wanted it to. And part of these adventures might lead you towards other relationships that might really offer you the clarity that you need in order to compare what this connection was like. So either you realize that you belong with this person after all, or you move on and find love by going in a different direction in your life. So that's what's coming through there. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot messages here. Aries, they miss you though. They think about you. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are checking you out on social media though. So I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle deck, Tarot with a Twist. If you're new to my channel, this is a deck that I created for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot. The majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings, just like that. And so it makes it really easy to learn tarot. The twist here is that it includes new oracle messages and new court cards. So adding a little bit more of a challenge to learning how to read, but at the same time it expands your knowledge of the cards and offers you additional interpretations that a typical tarot deck wouldn't offer you. All right, so Aries, here we go. What else do you need to know? So we've got this card coming up in the reverse. Okay, so this is the Baroness of Fire, representing Divine Feminine. This is an Aries reading, so this could be you, Divine Feminine, but it could also apply to Leo and Sagittarius too. So in the reverse, you might be feeling like a hermit right now, you know, just needing time to yourself, which kind of makes sense for me, being a little bit antisocial. But I'm also feeling for some of you that you're feeling a little bit indifferent towards somebody that you walked away from. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio here with that Death card. So something definitely came to an end. So you had to detach, you let go of this individual in order to create changes in your life. This is a card of metamorphosis, a transition, a transformation, profound changes that you're making. It's a new beginning, a new start. And in order to make room for that new start, you had to let this person go, or at least some aspect of your life that needed to come to an end. It's the end of a cycle for a reason here, Aries, because something was not working. For some of you, your masculine could be represented by this Duke of Air. Okay, so the Duke of Air, one of the new court cards in this deck, represents the Divine Masculine, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is a masculine who is a very logical thinker. They love to talk. They can talk your head off. They are very chatty, but they have a very good heart. This is someone who's actually faithful and trustworthy. If this doesn't represent your person, your masculine that you're thinking about, it could be a new love that comes in. Because the Duke of Air can also be a devoted husband, a doting father, good-hearted, emotionally invested in the connection. So that could be a description for some of you of either the person you're already thinking about or a future love connection. Could be an air sign. We've got more air coming in with the swords. Four of Swords. Fears, anxieties, feeling stressed out and overwhelmed at this time. That could be the individual you're thinking about or both of you. But somebody needs solitude, just peace and quiet to be able to think about things. This is a resting period. This is recuperation. Giving you time to really think. And remember the reversed Baroness of Fire. In the reverse, you go into hermit mode. So with that Four of Swords, it really gives you the time that you need for introspection and to really think about things. Look at this. You've got the Aura of Fire, and Aries, of course, you're a fire sign, followed by the Three of Wands, more fire energy. So these messages are very specifically coming through for you. So this card says it's time to get moving. You see? So if you haven't done it already, pay attention and listen to what the universe is trying to communicate to you. It's time to get moving. It's time to move on. Follow your passions, goals, and dreams that light a fire under your feet and propel you forward in life. You've sat on your laurels for long enough. So many opportunities are presenting themselves to you. Pay attention and take advantage of all these amazing blessings. Take no action and miss out. It is your choice. Remember, you've got signs that are coming through, Aries. So if you don't pay attention, it might pass you by, and you don't want to miss those opportunities when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your career goals, your personal goals, your dreams, whatever it is. Take no action and miss out. It is your choice, which is why you're being warned, perhaps, to listen and pay attention. Okay? Speak less and listen more. That is the advice. You're being directed to move on here with your life. Move forward. And bottom of the deck, we've got Archangel Michael coming through here. I am your warrior angel to help you fight your fears when it comes to manifesting your dreams and finding love. Countless romantic connections turn into missed opportunities. There we go. There's some missed opportunities there that will pass you by if you don't pay attention to the signs. Countless romantic connections turn into missed opportunities because we allow our fears to create barriers. I'm here to help you overcome these challenges. I can offer you the guidance you seek as well as the strength and bravery to act on that guidance. Bravery isn't the ability to act in spite... Oh, I can't read. Sorry. Bravery isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. If you're struggling with your nerves to pursue your love interest, call on me. For some of you, you might even be thinking of a person named Michael. Okay? So don't allow your fears to get in the way of progress or healing to move on, because that is the message here. And for some of you, maybe part of moving on is exactly what's needed in order for you to just get onto a different path, live your best life, let this person focus on themselves and their own healing, their own life. Because sometimes when you stop focusing on that, it allows the universe to really create movement and move whatever mountains are standing in the way of you guys coming together. So if you guys are meant to be, it'll find a way back to you. And look at the next card. Again, more fire, Aries. Four of Wands. Beautiful. So the foundation that it can be reestablished between you and this person. They miss you. They want you back. But maybe right now is not the right time to come together because you got to move on and focus on you. In the meantime, they have to do the same. There is a reason why this Four of Wands is here. Remember this card, self-worth? Well, the Four of Wands is tapped into your self-esteem at this time also. So maybe some of you guys need to work on that, and the only way to restore it is to move on and focus on yourself and your healing. Learning your life lessons. But this is a reunion here for some of you. It can also represent a twin flame connection. Harmony restored, a cause for celebration. It could be a future wedding for some of you. Eternal passion, a very tender love, somebody that makes you really happy. More adventures in love. Happiness. Okay? So, if things aren't going the way you want them to right now, that's because it's not the right time for it. You will have this reunion when it's meant for you to have it. Right now, there's something here for you to do for yourself. Focus on you. And, you know, again, going back to this message, the latter half of it, if our paths are meant to cross again, we will. For now, I have to move on. Okay, so just hand it over to a higher power, to your angels, to your spirit guides, to God, to the universe. to work on your behalf, and you just focus on you in the meantime. Archangel Michael has your back as well. Amazing stuff. So let's grab some dialogue messages here, Aries. Focusing on the person that you have in mind for this reading, I'm going to pull from my Heart Space Oracle deck. So that's what you need to work on right now, is to just move on. Pay attention to the signs. Love will find you when the time is right. That seems to be a very common theme for a lot of the signs. Just throw it out there. Hand it over. When it comes to your person, what are they thinking and feeling? What do they want to say to you? I'm here. You're there. Let's fix that, shall we? Sound familiar? Remember the song? You were there. Now I'm here. So there's definitely distance here. You guys are not together. They want to be able to fix whatever's broken between the two of you. What else, please, for Aries? You had me at hola. Okay, somebody could be very fluent in Spanish. Maybe both of you are. This could, of course, be any language, whatever language it is that you guys first interacted and said hello to each other. Love may be blind, but when it comes to you, I have 20/20 vision. So they have a very clear understanding of how they feel about you, the love that they have for you. And maybe they know and understand why there is distance, why you felt the need to move on. So they have to be able to work on themselves in the meantime. You know you want to. That could apply to so many things. Certainly when it comes to moving on. It's like you know you want to move on. So do what feels right for you in the meantime, Aries. Okay, so that's what's coming forward from this person that you're thinking of. They hate the fact that you guys are at a distance from each other. They don't like it. But right now, they don't have a choice. You know, they're going to have to accept how things are. Because I feel the ball is in your court as far as how things are playing out right now. And this is where you're at. You need to listen to your gut, your instincts, the signs, the universe. And it's time, okay? I mean, this message, it's time to get moving. It's time to move on. Can't ignore that one, okay? All right, so there is somebody here that you know you're focused on, somebody that you care for, somebody that you yourself might be missing, someone that you love. So let's tap into your heart space here and what it is that you need to say to them through these messages, how you're thinking, how you're feeling. From my Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck, Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries. All right, here we go. What do you want to say at this time, Aries? My world would fall apart without you here. So you feel it too. You feel their absence. But I'm also getting that right now, this distance and separation, even though that has to be happening right now because there's something, a part of your journey that you need to work through in the meantime. It's a part of your life's history that you need to explore and discover. I feel in time, things are going to fall back into place, even though you feel like your world is falling apart without them. And maybe that's why it's been so difficult for some of you to move on. A lifetime of loving you is not enough. Wow. And I feel in this lifetime, you will have the opportunity to reconnect. I dreamt you into existence. You might have even envisioned this person before you even met them. No one else can love me the way you do. Okay? So this is definitely somebody who has captured your heart, Aries. It hasn't been a perfect relationship. There have been some challenges here. And there are certain things in your life that you need to handle first before you guys can come into union and create progress and to move forward, or even to come together by way of marriage, having a life together, moving in together, having a family someday. Those things can possibly happen through that reunion. And for some of you, this person is coming through as a twin. But right now, the focus is on you. The focus is on where you need to be in the meantime. So trust the messages, trust your instincts, trust that the universe has your back, and what is yours will find its way to you. And that includes this person that has your heart. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it, and hopefully whatever part of this made sense for you helps you out. If you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you in the next video.